Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing? Monday morning, 9:15 in the morning, in the AM, if you will. Yeah, still hasn't cooled off. Still muggy like a clam digger's undies in August. Jesus. Supposed to be gone today, though. That's what they're saying. We're supposed to have a bunch of thunderstorms and stuff move through, and that's supposed to cool it down. We shall see. Good news. Hopefully by 3 o'clock this afternoon, I will be sitting down with Mr. Al Wood and having a cold beer. He's supposed to be getting on the train out of New York about 10:30 this morning. That's about a 4-hour ride, so I told him when he gets in his hotel and situated to give me a call and we'll head down there. So, hopefully, there'll be a little video from me and Mr. L. That would be very cool. Yeah, working on this Bugatti. Couple of problems with it, as every kit, right, guys? If we ever find a perfect kit, we're all in trouble. Problems with the directions, problems with the tires, just problems. Stuff left out or not formed correctly. So I'll walk you through what I've been doing. Let's see if we can get this right the first time. Look at that, huh? Holy shit. There we go. Alright, so. Got a lot of the frame done. Because basically I've only been able to build. I can't do any painting or anything because it's so goddamn humid. But yeah, we got that. I had trouble with the tires. There was a big, on the inside of these tires, there was a big lip. It must have sat up, I want to say, maybe a good eighth of an inch. And these pieces were supposed to snap into that. Well, they snapped into it all right. But they wouldn't go all the way in. I couldn't get them to go together, and they're supposed to go together. Because there's locating pins. And those goddamn things were so far apart it wasn't funny. I tried pushing on them. I almost damn near broke one of them. So I'm like, well, that ain't right. So I started looking and seeing, and I finally figured out that I had to cut that ridge out of the inside of the tires. So I tried one at first. Luckily, I mean, there is a spare tire. There's a spare tire, so I figure, well, if I screw it up, at least, I can probably hide that or something, right? But as soon as I cut that middle piece out, these things popped right in like and then met like they were supposed to. So I had to take every tire, cut all the, and that wasn't easy because it's that plubber shit, guys. It ain't plastic, it ain't rubber, it's plubber. Just stupid stuff. Yeah, I hate this shit. But, what am I going to do? There's a certain size tire. This is a 124 scale kit, but Jesus, you could have fooled me. It looks a hell of a lot bigger than that to me. This must have been a huge car, I guess. Yeah, so once I got that figured out, I got all of them done, and those are all good. I've been working on the seats. Trying to get the seams out of the seats. Got a little bit more work to do on that. Wobbly mode. I got a lot of the frame done. Gas tank. Got gearbox. What else? Oh, yeah. Had a problem with the directions. This is a 1984 kit. Made by, it's a Japanese company. I call it Guns Sangyo. 1984. I never heard of them. I never heard of them. So anyway, direction problems. Trying to put the rear end together. Trying to put this rear end together. Here we are. All right. When you go to put this together, see how these two pieces slide on, and then you had to turn them down. Well, if you notice right there, this shaft, it had a flat spot on the top, and the bottom of it was round. Okay, but I got this upside down. I kept trying to put these pieces on there, and they'd go all the way in, and they were like this far apart from each other. I'm like, what the Christ? Again, take it all apart, start looking, and finally figured out that they have when you put this in upside down. So I had to turn this over, and as soon as I turned it over, everything fit together perfect because of this flat spot. There's a piece on the inside of here. Can you see it right about there where that flat spot's supposed to go? Well, that's not how it is. Something's wrong. Either it's wrong in here or it's wrong here. So, like I said, all I had to do was I turned the whole thing around 180 degrees, and it all went together fine. So far, that was the only direction problem. But then I had a problem with locating pins. Take this apart so everything will fall off it. All right. Let's see if I don't know if we can see this here. All right, you see these pieces right here? Come on, focus. I'm probably better off showing you the directions. Where are we? Here we are. And it was for both front and rear. I'll show you. All right, see how these are two pieces? Well, this locating pin and this locating pin are like half rounds. You know what I mean? So it's like a keyway. You guys know what I'm saying. Well, the only problem is where this piece here goes into this piece, it's not like that. This is just a round hole there. That's a round hole, and this thing has to line up because it goes into the back of the backing plates. This backing plate lines up with the axle, that thing there, and there's one other thing I gotta put in there. I can't remember, but yeah. So I had to mark everything up, tape everything together, so I could find out where to glue these, because these things in here were gone. They had the half-round thing back here, but they did not have it inside there. It was just an open hole. I'm like, well, what the hell good is that? It's just going to flop around, and that's what it did. So I'm like, well, I can't just glue it in there, because if I glue it in the wrong direction, now I'm screwed. It's not going to line up. So I had to mark everything up, and it was the same thing with these. Not that with with the problem I had with these. All right, these all went together good, and they went in there okay, but they don't tell you what that goes to. Nowhere in these directions do they tell you where that goes to, and that's what these are. That's what these pieces are. Well, those are springs. I'm pretty sure they're Hopper springs. Come to find out that the pins locate when you put the floor and chassis on, not the chassis. When you put the bottom bed pan here, these go on the inside of that. That's what I finally figured out. That's what I figured out that those were for. See those two little tits? That's where those things go. So, like I said, nowhere, and I only figured that out when I put this on and went, oh shit, look where they're at meeting up. So yeah, that's what those are for. But like I said, nowhere in these directions do they tell you that. Absolutely nowhere in these directions do they tell you that. So, excuse me. There's my problems. Hopefully it'll be cooling down enough that I can get some paint. Still trying to figure out what color I want to paint it. But yeah, we're getting there. And the dashboard, I like the dashboard because it's two-piece. I can screw around with these dials without worrying about messing up the face. So I got to do a little research and see what color the dials were, black, white, whatever. But yeah, all around a good kit. I mean, but just some of those problems there, you know, if you. But yeah, I haven't found a perfect model or a set of directions yet. Not one. Always something wrong with them. Always something wrong with them. But we still build them though, don't we? All right, guys, I gotta go. Almost been here almost 12 minutes, so enjoy your day. Stay cool. Stay hydrated. Stay out of hot sun. Have a good one, and hopefully me and Mr. Al will be hooking up later on to go out and meet and greet, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. Al's a good guy. So, I'll let you know. You'll be hearing from us, hopefully. Peace out.